Hi, everybody. So, I am really excited to talk to you tonight about how to be more productive. This is something that when I talk to people, hands down, this is what people want to work on, how to be more productive. And so, this is something I've become very passionate about. And so, there are two things that I want to really focus on, which is tools that we use to become more productive and also the mindsets of productivity. And so I wanted to just talk about the three things that I see getting in the way of people becoming as productive as they want to be. So, one of them is that we have a hard time distinguishing between things that are important and things that are not important. Um, so, the human brain, sometimes we are in this panic mode where anytime we see an opportunity to be productive, we just take it. And unfortunately, a lot of those times, those are distractions, right? Even answering your email, while you might be very productive at clearing your email inbox, if that is your number one goal, then sure, then you've been very productive. But if you want to achieve more every day than just clearing your inbox, then we need to have a different focus on what exactly is important for me. And so identifying that every single day. What are my three primary tasks today? So not only that, but how much time do I really want to spend on it? And what we can do is over time we can see how much time are we giving to primary tasks and how much time are we giving to secondary tasks or mundane tasks. And so that's one of the things that we want to look at. What's important and what is secondary. The other thing that we want to look at is urgent, right? What is urgent? What needs to be done today? What can be put off? And a lot of times I see people, they feel something is urgent, but their kind of detection of what is urgent versus what is important is not always spot on. And so what we end up doing is we end up putting things on our to-do list today that for some reason we have this feeling inside, it needs to get done today. It needs to get done today. But what ends up happening is maybe we focus on that, and the things that actually need to get done today don't get done today. That's one of the things that happens. Another thing that happens that I see when I speak and work with people is that we put so many things on our to-do list that we are constantly feeling like we are never getting ahead. And that feeling of being behind actually impedes our ability to be productive. And so while we think putting it all down, putting it on our to-do list to do today is the best thing for us to do, like let's be overly ambitious, very often that can lead us to that feeling that whatever we do, it's this feeling of hopelessness, that no matter what we do, we're always behind and we're always catching up. And so the two things we've identified so far, one, the difference between something that is important and something that is secondary. And the other, which is the difference between important and urgent, right? There are some things that we've talked about, things that really need to get done today. And what you want to pay attention to is, are you spending most of your energy on the things that you're perceiving as urgent? The other thing that I want, and the last piece that I really want to leave you with, is the difference between things that I can do and the things that other people can do. Now, what I work with a lot of really loving and giving people. Now that level 4 energy, right? So in my mode of trying to understand what energy people are coming from, in that level 4 giving compassionate energy, what can happen to people is that they put themselves at the center of the solution for everything that they see. And for some reason, when a situation presents itself and you see this situation and your go-to is to think, what did I do wrong? What did I not do? Or what should I be doing right now? Now, while that is very loving and giving, it's not always the answer, and it's not always the most productive use of your time, or really even what's going to help the people around you. It might not even empower the people around you. Or it might be seeing them from a perspective of somehow needing you to fix things for them, which doesn't actually see them as fully capable human beings. So even from that loving space, and it's it's an honorable space to be in, it's not always the most empowering or productive for your situation. So you want to ask yourself, is this something that I need to do, or is this something that someone else can do, or is the situation better served if someone else is doing it? And if the answer is yes, then while it might take a little bit more energy right now, the outcome is actually much bigger if we empower the right people, or even just other people to do something. So this can be something as small as taking out the garbage, or something as big as having someone else lead that project that you're working on. And it can be hard. We can feel powerless. We can feel stuck in these roles that we have set out for ourselves. And in fact, other people may give us pushback about, doing something that we traditionally have taken on. And of course, they're going to give us pushback. We have taken care of it for them. And if we have a conversation that isn't defensive, a conversation that comes from a place of wanting to create a situation where everyone feels engaged, and everyone feels respected, then from that perspective, we can, with little drama, we can shift the situation that we're in. So those are the three things that I see getting in the way of people being productive. So again, it is the difference between something that is, I'm going to get this in like a totally different order. So we'll work backwards. So what I just talked about was something that you can do versus something that someone else can do. Or by the way, maybe you're going to partner on it together. The difference between urgent and important. Just because it's urgent doesn't mean that it's important. And just because it's important doesn't mean it's urgent. So you're consistently trying to find the balance. And last but not least, something that is important versus something that is secondary. And so we're constantly finding, like, what is it that this piece is? Now, if you can take judgment out of that, not saying I'm a lazy person if I don't do this, or I'm selfish if I make someone else do that. If we can take that kind of judgment out of the equation, then we can be masterfully productive. Now, if you are interested in this, I have a new tool that I've just created, and I am really excited to share it with people. So if you are interested, just like in the space below, in the comment box, just like write interested. And if you are, I have this really great tool for productivity, for daily productivity. So if you want that, just write the word interested in the comments below, and I cannot wait to send it to you. So I'll message you and I'll get it right to you. And I just created it. No one has seen it. So I'm just uber excited. So if you're here, even if you're not interested, just like say hello to me, because I would love to see who's here. But if you are interested, just write interested. And I'll explain to you how to use it, and how this can actually transform your daily